Hello everyone, today we'll discuss C language including preprocessor, macro expansion, macro versus functions. A preprocessor is a program that processes our source program before it passes to the compiler. Preprocessor commands are also called directives. They are begin with hash symbol. Directives can be placed at the beginning of the program, usually before main method or before any function. There are multiple directives in C language such as macro expansion, file inclusion. Today we will discuss macro expansion. In this program you can see that the first line is hash defined upper 25. This is preprocessor because it begins with hash symbol and it defines upper as 25. So the whole line is known as a macro definition. So when this program executes, it will replace the macro template with macro expansion. The macro expansion is upper 25, therefore upper will be replaced with 25. When this program executed, it will substitute the template with its value. Here, like this one. So this will be the expanded version of the source code. So the definition of the macro expansion is the substitution of text with value. So before the text was upper, after the text the substitution the substitution of the text with value is known as expansion, macro expansion. So now this whole code will be known as expanded source code. Okay, so now stages to execute C program. The first stage is source code. Write the source code, then it passes the source code to preprocessor, and preprocessor will substitute the value, which is the expanded source code. Then expanded source code will be compiled and object code will be located, and object code will be located and passed to the linker, and linker will relocate the object code and library files, and then generates the executable file. In this program you can see there is a macro pi, and you will see that there is a space between hash and define because this is optional, and you can also see there is a space after the define. These are the compulsory spaces because when you give the command in preprocessor you must give the space, then you can give the second command, and you will not find the semicolon at the end of the preprocessor because preprocessor does not accept the semicolon. Okay, in this program you will find that there is a single macro template pi, and when this program is executed, then this macro template will be replaced with the 3.1. so it will be the text substitution of the text with value. Substitution of text, this is the text, so we will substitute text with value, which will be 3.1. now this will be the expanded version of the code. Okay, so now you will see that macro can accept the arguments also, so macros can work with arguments. In this program you can see that there is a macro area, and there is a x argument, and then second command separated by a space, and inside the command you will see that it contains multiplication, 2 times multiplication. Okay, so these 2 times multiplication will be enclosed in small brackets, and now we have defined the expanded macro. So this expanded macro will apply to the macro template area, this one and also this one, because there are 2 templates we have used, this one and this one. Okay, when this program executed, then this macro template will be replaced with 3.14 multiplied by x multiplied by x, in this case x value is 6.25 multiplied by 6.25, but in this case the value of x is r2, which is 2.5. So this code will be replaced 3.14, 2.5, 2.5. Okay, so we could create functions to generate the to calculate the area of circle. But why we use macros? There is a reason. The advantage of the macro over the function is the macros replace the macro template with a macro expansion, which makes the program run fast. However, in functions we pass the control from one function to another function, and we wait for the return value. So it takes too much time, and in this case the function will takes too much time, and it will slow down our program, which will be the disadvantage of the function. How on the other hand, macro has a disadvantage. The disadvantage of the macro is it increases the size of program, but functions has an advantage. Functions does not increase the size of program even if 100 times has been called. Okay, so when we use functions and when we use macros, the solution is, if you have a large amount of commands in macro and macro has been used multiple times, then it's not good idea to use macro. In this case you will use function, because function will not increase the size of program. But if macro has a large set of commands and it has been used multiple times, it will increase our program very large. It will increase our program with respect to size. Okay, so let's do the practical for macro. So today we will discuss two preprocessors. One is hash include, second is hash define. In hash include we use header files. In hash define we create our custom macros. We create constants and custom macros. So let's create constant, which will be the name of the macro, and let's give the value 6000. And you can see here there is no any semicolon, and there is space when we give the second command, and at the end you cannot give the semicolon because it's not necessary in preprocessor. If you give the semicolon, then compiler will give you the error. Okay, so let's use this my const in our program. So okay, so I can directly print my macro, just like we can, if we can print, for example, I'm writing here, for example, if I want to print let's suppose 9000 in printf statement, I can print like this, compile it and execute it, and you can see here that 900 has been printed. So you can also print the numbers without the name of the variable. Okay, you do not need to give the you do not need to define the variables. So in same way we can directly print the macro value my const. So let's compile it and let's execute it. So now you can see my const has been printed, which the value of the my const is 6000. So when you define macros, that will be called the definition of the macro. When you use the macro, that will be called the template of the macro. When this program passed to the preprocessor will replace this template with the value, and the value of the macro is 6000. So simply, okay, then it will pass to the compiler, and compiler will execute the remaining and the expanded version of the code. You can also print the macro with argument, just like for example, let's create macro to make the square of a number, and this is the one command. If I want to add the more command, then I will give the space, and second command is x multiply by x, which will be the square. So if I want to print square, so I can give the here sqr, and directly I don't need to give the variable name because there is no variable, so I will directly pass the number inside the macro. So if I give the 30, for example 30, or let's suppose 3, so when preprocessor process this program, it will replace the template of the macro sqr with the value, which will be the, if you passing 3, then value will be 3 multiplied by 3. So this will be the expanded version, and this source code will be passed to the compiler. But before now, this program will be passed to the preprocessor, then after it will expand the macro and replace the template of the macro with value and pass to the compiler. Let's execute it and compile it. You can see here 3 times 3 is 9, so it has been successfully replaced. You can also give the macro name with underscore, and if you define your macro with underscore, then you must change the template also. Okay, so it is also acceptable that you can initialize, you can give the name of the macro with underscore. Okay, let's pass the value 4 times 4 is 16. Let's compile it and execute it. You can see here 4 times 4 is 16, so it works. Okay, so you can also change the name. Let's make the cube. So cube has the 3 axes, so let's change the template name from sqr to cube. So cube of the 4 is, let's compile it and execute it, and you can see here the cube of the 4 is 64. Here what will happen when this program will be passed to the preprocessor, and preprocessor will process our program, and preprocessor will expand our source code. This is our source code. How it will expand it? It will replace this template with value, and value will be this one. So x is a 4, then 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4, which is 64. Okay, you can also create the macro with 2 arguments, such as, so you can calculate the sum, and it will pass 2 numbers, 2 variables, 2 values, so the next command is x plus y, so it will add 2 numbers, and you can use this sum as template in your program, and you can pass 4 plus 9, which will be 13. So when this program pass to the preprocessor, and preprocessor will process this source code and expand the source code by replacing this template with the value, and the value will be 4 plus 9, which is 13. Then 13 will be replaced here, or 4 plus 9 will be replaced here. Okay, so here you do not need to give the plus, because there is a comma here. You can see here in the definition there is a comma. If you give the plus sign here, it will gives you the error. Okay, it's not going to compile, because the definition says there is a comma, and when you define it, be careful with the format. Okay, the template should be same as here. This one is the template, and this will be the expanded version. So when this template is processed, then this value will be expanded with 4 plus 9. So here our expanded source will be 4 plus 9, and this program will further be expanded with 4 plus 9. So here our expanded source will be 4 plus 9, and this program will further be processed, and the next step will be the compiler. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask.